look what just showed up in the mail today. The brand new 2019 Mathews line. Right here on the table, I have what's the pinnacle of their lineup this year. The Vertix and the Traverse. So get ready, because we're going to go over these and give this the honest review that they deserve right now. Now, first time looking at them, you're going to go, well, what the heck did they change? It looks like the Triax last year, or even the Halon 32. What is going on? Well, I'll be honest with you, definitely first look, they look like the same, but there are some awesome advantages and some new technology that was put into these bows that we're going to go over. Real quick, I have the Vertix, okay? The Vertix. Every Vertix that was shipped out to the dealer will have one of these mod sets. So these mod sets are for the dealer only for demo. So just to clear that up, your Vertix will not come with the different mods. Now what do these mods do? Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty awesome. They actually increase the weight by just changing the mods. You no longer have to worry about the expense of the limbs and having to afford that. Now, with these mods, I have a 60-pound set, 65-pound set, 70 and 75 pounds. So just right there, you have the mods. Now the mods, if you want to do that and have a whole set like that, you talk to your dealer, they do cost you a little extra. For the most part, we're going to pretty much be selling the 70-pound set with the Vertix. The cool thing is these mods are super interchangeable and easy to do, just like the last mods on the Mathews, on the Halons and the Triax as well. So that right there is definitely the biggest of them all as far as technology changes with the Mathews. On top of that, they do have, the Vertix does have a different cam than the Traverse. The Traverse has the same cam as what the Halon 32 and the Triax had. And then now, this has a little bit of a tweaked cam. It looks a lot of the same kind of draw cycle and everything like that. But it does take these new mods that allow it to, again, increase your poundage without changing limbs. Pretty darn cool. Next, I'll grab this bow here. The big bow that they're talking about, everyone's seen the video now, I'm sure, on the new Vertix, is they have a whole new integrated grip system. This grip system comes down a little bit longer. It's basically designed to fit every hand now. So whether if you have a small hand or a large hand, it's going to fit you. It also helps eliminate torque. It does have this little rubberized kind of textured back to it as well, which is really nice. So in the cold weather or anything like that, your hand's not freezing holding onto that thing. A really cool, really good idea. To dive into the Vertix, okay? The Vertix, right here, 30 inches axle to axle, 6-inch brace height, and IBO'd at 345 feet per second. That is pretty awesome. The other cool thing is if you start kind of taking a look at it, it does look a little thinner. All right? So they definitely, as far as the weight's concerned, on paper, they kind of have it saying the same amount of weight, but I'll tell you what, to me, it feels lighter. I don't know if it's because of the looks, the visual look of it, or what they did, but it definitely feels lighter, just like the Traverse over the Halon 32. But that's that bow right there, so we're going to get to shoot this one, and we're going to shoot the Traverse. Now on the Traverse, go over that bow. So this Traverse, I'll tell you, out west for us here in Idaho, this is going to be a hot item. Even though they're spending all the money, all the attention on that Vertix, which is cool because they're the first to come out with this system, that you can actually change the weight by draw length. I know all the other engineers right now are going, holy crap, how did they do that? Let's figure that out. So they're definitely stepping it up, definitely starting a new wave there. But on the Traverse, okay, the Traverse is 33 inches axle, 6 and 5 inch brace height. So also IBO'd at 338, so still very, very fast. This bow is absolutely unbelievable. The balance that this bow does, they are not giving this bow enough credit at all. And I know it's because of the mod system. I know that they're hitting that hard because of the mod system for that Vertix, but this Traverse, it is a perfected Halon 32. That's the whole, out of all the bows that we've been reviewing, everything like that, if I was to say one word that summed up the 2019 lineup, is perfection. They perfected this line to the core, to the key. So they did a great job, just like all the other companies did. But this bow here it's a little bit thinner on the riser, 33 inches axle, definitely weighs a little less than the Halon 32 as well. And you're gonna see it for yourself. It does shoot pretty darn sweet. So stay tuned. We're gonna clear all this out of the way here so we can actually start shooting these bows. I hope you enjoy it, and good luck on your bow purchase this year. You got a tough one, I promise you. Between all the lines, they are really good. They have done a good job. Hopefully you've watched our other reviews, and that's gonna help you make up your decision. So here we go. Hey, well, we got everything cleared out of here. We just went over the new Traverse and the new Vertix. So we're gonna shoot this Traverse again. This one is 70 pounds. Its axle is 33 inches, and it has an IBO of that 338 feet per second. But we're gonna shoot this guy, see how this puppy does, go over everything there. So we have that new grip. That's in line with that, but we have definitely a new system, new riser as well. So new, thinner, more sleek riser for these bows. First up, we're going to shoot the same arrows we've been shooting this whole time. So this one here, 466 grains, and then also we have one that's 388. So those will come more in handy when we shoot them through the chronograph. But let's see how this bow does. Not really any need to go over the cams. The cams are the same cams as what we've been seeing the last couple years on these guys, but they are efficient cam systems, so why change it? There's that one. So what I just felt in that shot was pretty much absolutely nothing. So this bow, like I said, the Halon 32 always vibrated for me. This one here, man, is it dead and solid in your hand. Like I said, they're putting all the marketing stuff into that Vertix. They are not giving this Traverse enough credit. So if you're looking out there, looking for a 33-inch axle bow, you know, anything right around those marks, definitely give the Traverse an option for sure. Weight on these guys, they're advertising them, like I said, right around that 4.7, 4.6 pounds, and like kind of what they've done in the past, but honestly, they feel lighter. So I don't know if that's a mental thing. We put it on our scale. It is definitely a little bit lighter. It's about 4 ounces lighter. So, but it is absolutely sturdy and holds like a laser. So that thing really does hold like a laser. It's good. Like that blue thing. Yeah. So that's to separate the strands for your peep sight. So that's the Traverse. So pretty good. Negative on it, you know, I guess would be the weight. You know, the only thing I can point out, it is lighter than last year, but again, they are still a fairly heavy bow. But Mathews is after stability. You can't have stability with a lightweight bow. I know we're all waiting for Mathews to come out with a carbon bow. Maybe one day. I've been told that'll probably never happen as long as McPherson's behind the whole deal. But who knows? I could be wrong. They could have been wrong that told me. So this is the new 2019 Traverse. Next, we're going to do the Vertix. Alright, so we just got done shooting the Traverse. Now we're going to shoot their big labeled bow this year, the Vertix. What makes this bow different? Like I said earlier when we first brought up both of the bows, is the mod system. So this mod system is interchangeable between poundage draw. So basically, same draw, if you're at 28 inches, 29 inches, anything like that, same draw you're going to have at basically 60 pounds, 65, 70, and 70 pounds. So So you'll have that option if you ever want to change your weights depending on your hunts. So let's say you're going up to Alaska and you want to hunt a grizzly bear. You're going to want to have probably 70, 75 pounds. But then let's say you go down to Texas and you go down there to shoot some exotic animals and maybe 60 or 65 pounds is enough. Now you don't have to worry about changing the limbs. That's what's really cool about this bow. This bow is axle 30 inches. So that's what we have this year, a little bit more than that triax, which we're happy about over here in the West. And it has that 6-inch brace height still. So IBO'd at 345 feet per second. They are basically the same draw force curve as the other cams on the Halons, but they do offer that different module system. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to shoot this bow. Alright, so we have our arrows now. I want to pull them out of the target. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to shoot the new Vertix. They also claim this bow has eliminated 20% more vibration than the triax. If you want my honest opinion, again, no BS reviews, I think the triax was a little bit overrated last year on the hand vibration. Just saying. Even if you came in and talked to me, they were quiet and they were good, but I think that the no cams had less vibration than these bows do. I can tell you that I can definitely tell a difference though with this bow. It isn't much, but and maybe it's at 20% or maybe it's the marketing talking to me, but I can definitely feel that this has a little bit less vibration to it and is quieter than the triax. Alright. Super solid back wall like we're used to. So I do feel a little bit of kick, so I do feel a little bit of residual on there. So it's not much, it's very, very quick. It's boom, and it's gone. Definitely less than the Traverse. The Traverse definitely has just a tick bit more, but I believe that this one and the triax are almost running side by side, but maybe a little better than the triax this year. Again, marketing, they're amazing, they're genius on that, so they kind of got that figured out. I can guarantee you though, once you throw a stabilizer on it, once you actually have these cams synced perfectly and everything's tuned, it's probably going to be absolutely 100% gone. But, like I said, no BS. I'm not going to sit here and have you blow up on the marketing. I do feel a little bit of hand shock. Personally, I do. And that was with the heavy arrow. This is the light arrow. That does play a key factor. When you have a heavier arrow, it's going to absorb more of that string energy. When you have a lighter arrow, it doesn't do as much, so that string energy goes back into your hand. But still holds good. Definitely not as stable as that Traverse. But what can you ask for a 30-inch axle? I will tell you, if you shoot this next to side-by-side to other bows out there, this one's going to stand out. It will stand out for being one that does not have as much hand vibration to it. It's extremely quiet. So it definitely is. I believe that this bow is the quietest bow that we have shot so far. No doubt on that. So that is the Vertix by Mathews. So the next time you'll see me, we're going to be shooting through the chrono. Alright, so just how we started this with the Traverse, we're going to shoot the Traverse first through the chronograph. Again, bow set at 29 inches, 70 pounds, and I'm going to be shooting the 466 grain FMJ and the 388 grain Carbon Express. See what she's got. The 466 grain. .305 with the 388. That's pretty darn quick. Okay, so first thing off the bat, what do you see that's different? I brought out the Black Knight. But no, I had to bring out the black one. This one's actually at the same draw length, so 29 inches. So I wanted to make sure that everything was being compared to apples between the Traverse and the Vertix, and then also all the other bows. We did every single one of them at 29 inches, 70 pounds, with the same two arrows. So again, the 466 and the 388. We're gonna shoot through the chrono, see what this guy has to prove. Here we go. .389, so about 8 feet per second faster. I'm excited for this one. All right. 314. 314. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the fastest that we shot through every bow now. So that guy right there, 314 out of the Vertix, is the fastest to this point. Now, we have not shot the 70-pound SR6 from Bowtech, and we only had the 60-pounder, but 314 feet per second at a 29-inch draw length at a 388 grain arrow. That is awesome, and it's butterly smooth. It's kind of a weird feeling when you go to shoot this bow in your hand. When you shoot it, you feel that little bit of residual, but when it hits, it's like it goes into a pillow. It just kind of, it feels really, it just absorbs it. It just sucks it right in. It's crazy. So it's a weird feeling, but I guess the best way to put it is it's a pillow shot. So that's the best way I can put it on that new Vertix. Super cool, pretty awesome. The other thing that you noticed here on this rest, the heck is that rest, right? Some of you maybe have seen them at your local dealer. This is the new Mathews rest by QAD. It has this standard little dovetail that goes right into the back of the riser, so there's no more bolting into this. This is just a little rubber guy that's in there for vibration and everything. But that guy right there is the new rest. It's all micro adjustable, and it has a completely aluminum launcher. You're not breaking that. That is pretty darn slick. So we didn't even know that was coming out. It's pretty awesome. This top piece here looks like, yeah, the top piece is plastic for the containment. But literally, I mean, look how deep that launcher is. Do you really even need that containment arm? Pretty cool. So that's what's offered this year by Mathews for 2019. Engineers, if you're watching with Mathews, great job this year. I know that's probably going to go a little bit underrated because there's not that crazy amount of difference. But first and foremost, you guys did something new that no one else has done before, having these mods, being able to adjust the draw weight just by your mods, and also having the new grip, the balance, everything in there. I don't know how you did it. Again, it's the small things that you can't really see until you actually pick it up and put it in your hands. So congrats again, Mathews. You once again wowed the industry, wowed us,